It was rock and roll. This afternoon we put rock and roll on the game. They put opera to us and we must listen to opera a long time. The concert today finished, but we have another concert to play. If you put the Formula One into London at 4 o'clock in the traffic, the Formula One will not run very fast. The boat is on the sea, but the fish didn't. But we are on the sea. We are.
I want lobster when we have money to sardines or sea bass.
If me and you go to a picnic and if you bring one chicken, at the end, if I eat all the chicken and you don't eat nothing, statistical, you eat half chicken. We put all the meat on the fire, on the barbecue. If you put too much water and if you don't give sun to the flour will die. We are in the hospital, but we are not in emergencies now in this moment. We can accept visits now. The people can visit us.
He did accept some visits. Some visiting me and Cammy this morning. Carlos Carvalhal is our guest this morning.
I've got to ask you, how much is this?
£20.
And it's still £20.
It's always been £20. Carlos, I've had a lovely tweet from Reese Padan, who's a big Swansea fan. He says, Ben, please ask Carlos about all his analogies, mostly sea-based analogies. The Swansea fans will always love him for them. It's a little flavour of how you liked to embroider your press conferences and your post-match interviews. As an idea, what was your thinking behind trying to do that and enter sort of some humour into you know?
No, I'm natural. I talk like this natural. You know, it's something that the Portuguese is very creative language. You know, creative. We create a lot of things. We talk a lot. Also, we have the upgrade from Brazilian. Also, you know, because they speak Portuguese.
Yes.
It's a different. Sometimes the words and we mix the things. It's something I did natural. So when I was in Sheffield Wednesday, because it's more mediatic.
Yes.
In Swansea, the things come more fast.
Yeah.
But in Sheffield, I use a lot of analogies during this period, and it's something that I didn't prepare. They asked me if I prepare something. No, I don't prepare. So if I'm talk with you, if I remember something, that to explain, that instead I take 5 minutes to explain, I give you something that you will understand more easy, I will do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure we understood most of them, Carlos, but they were very entertaining. They were very entertaining and always gave us a sort of sense
I knew the
of...
one about the traffic. I've been driving
we're all
it for ages.
yeah. Some of them were very, very clear and brilliantly clear. One of the things that Reece sort of commented on was that it felt like we got to a position where safety was in our hands because you got out of relegation, you're playing really well, and then suddenly, and it might have been enforced because of the injuries, you got more defensive and you started, rather than playing attacking flair football that was getting great results, you suddenly got more defensive and it was about protecting where you were rather than keeping to play your way out.
I agree part. Why happened this? Because addicted to this, we lose Jordan Rhodes. A red card against Leicester that we draw in Leicester, in Huddersfield. We draw in Huddersfield. You have a red card 5 minutes of the game, so we lose him in that game. And after this, he stay out more 3 games.
Yes.
And he's our important player.
Not Jordan Rhodes. Jordan Rhodes was with you at Sheffield.
Sorry.
Jordan Ayew.
Jordan Ayew, sorry. Yes. Jordan Ayew. We lose Jordan Ayew in that moment. He's a very, very important player to us, because he's the player that play in the attack, that keep the ball, that drive the ball, wait for the midfielder to go to attack. So we lose not just midfielders, not Bony, but also Jordan Ayew to a very important period. And in that moment, because we are not strong enough in the attack, the team instinctive, because they try to play in the same time, protect a little more the defensive part, do the same job, but we didn't attack the same way because you don't have the players there to attack the same way. You understand? So the style changed, but not because we want that change, not because the players want change, but because we miss players important to do part of the job. Yeah. We still doing the same defensive working, and we try to do the best way, but the offensive. The quality in the offensive part of the team lose a lot.
You can't control the injuries, of course, but if you could go back, Carlos, and do anything differently, what would you do differently?
Well, let me just first, if you don't mind, say thank you to Swansea, thank you to the chairman and to the owners. It was a big pleasure to be there. I'm very grateful about that. If I will do something different. It's very hard to say that. I must tell you why. Because we try a lot of players. And it was crucial. So in January, when the transfer window opened, we was in the last. It was 5 points in the relegation zone, very down. And in that moment, when we try to bring players to improve the team, because you need that, not just to the team, but also to the club, to give a lift, we knock all the doors. We talk with a lot of players. We try to bring good players. And at the end, they don't want to come. So this is something very difficult. So when I reflect and I think to myself, what we can do in that moment? Nothing. We could do nothing. During this period, okay, we play with three on the back. Is the system that we play in that moment. We could try to play with 4 on the back. Is something that I like it. Play 4-4-2 like we play usually in Sheffield Wednesday. We did this and we take 4 goals in Brighton before. We take all the risks in the moment that we was losing 1-0. The game was balanced. We try to put line defense with 4, and we take 4 goals. Something that the team is considered before we arrived is considered a lot of goals. So make us okay. If we want to save, we are important games of the season. If we change to 4, if we have the same problem that we felt against Huddersfield. Against Brighton, can be a problem. We did in the game, I think, against Stoke, and we considered again 2 or 3 goals. So it's something that I think to myself, I reflect, but we can try, but I'm not sure because we have some weakness because we improved the team, in my opinion. Not in my opinion, the facts that we achieved in 18 games, we achieved 20 points.
You did.
With 20 points, more 20 points, we'll be 14 or 13 or 12.
Yeah, that's
but
exactly
I think
that.
In the first part of the season, the team,
that was the
when we
tough
arrived, it was just with 13 points. It's very few points. It was very difficult.